Hello, this is Lesson Jigsaw. Hello, hope you're doing well. We are doing obviously we're doing a stream. We want to see who's around at different times. So we're trying out a few different time slots to see who's around and what's happening and that sort of thing. So we're just on for a little while, testing the waters. That's what we're doing. We're testing the waters. We are testing the waters. So it's sort of like a little sample just to see what the story is at different times to see who's around. Because obviously, different parts of the world are different time zones. So some people are going to bed now, some people are waking up, and some people in the middle of the day, some people about to have dinner. All different sorts of things happening all around the world. My name is Chris. As I mentioned, this is Lesson Jigsaw. We are here for English language conversation practice. If you're an English language learner and you want to practice speaking and conversational skills, this is the place for you. Absolutely. There's no cost. It is free. All you got to do is click on the link you'll see in the comments. And just click on that, come on through, and we can have a chat. It's about practicing and getting the confidence to practice and continue having conversations. We want you to be confident and comfortable to practice English. So that's the main thing. That is the main thing. So if you feel like you would like to try it, come on through. Why not? Why not? Nothing to lose. Nothing to lose, I would say. It's just about, like we say, practicing, starting. We can't get everything perfect. Maybe there's some pronunciation errors. Maybe there's a bit of grammar that we're not quite sure about, or things like that. But we are here to try and practice. We want to get more confident and comfortable speaking. And the only way that's going to happen is through practicing, by actually speaking, actually having conversations. That's the only way to do it. That's the trick. That is the trick. So yeah, like I said, we are trying different times to see who's around at whatever different times. While no one else is here, I'm just going to chat to myself, basically, is the situation there. Every day, Monday to Friday, from 12 o'clock Universal Time, you can come and we have an open chat. So that's a definite dedicated time, if you like, that we do that. And now we're exploring other times, but certainly at 12 o'clock Universal Time, you can come and chat. Is what it is. So a similar sort of thing. There'll be a link in the chats, in the comments, and you can do that. It's available to you. Now you'll see at the bottom there is a bunch of text at the bottom. Basically, if there is a time that you think, I can't make it at that particular time, but there are other times when I would like to practice, all you need to do is to send us an email, chatonlessonjigsaw@gmail.com, and see if we can arrange a time. We might be able to organize a time to have a chat and to see what's happening. Tell us your time zone, where you are, what you like to chat about, where you are, and we'll see if we can arrange a time that's agreeable for both of us, and just making that arrangement, basically, and then we do that. Then we practice speaking. All about the opportunity is what I say. It's all about the opportunity. So while I am here by myself, and there's no one else, basically, What I am going to do is to just practice by myself, as you do, as you do. So I can't do this. Let's do maybe this. Let's look at this photo. And when we, one way to practice speaking is to be inspired by something. What better thing to be inspired by than a photo? And so, and when we're thinking about what to speak about, I guess in any way, whatever conversation you have sort of derives in some way from a question word. Even if you're not actually asking a question, you're just giving an opinion or an idea. Part of that is coming from as if someone asked a question and you're volunteering the answer. So I guess these are perhaps the more common question words. You could obviously form questions with other combinations. But this is a possibility or something to think about in terms of how are you going to approach talking about this picture. So let's think of those question words. So who, what, when, where, why, and how. So let's go back to the photo. So with this photo, so let's start with who. Who is this guy? So you tell me, who do you think? Who is this person? Who is he? Of course, there's, could be 1,000, 1,000,000 different answers. It doesn't necessarily matter if it's right or not. I don't actually know what the right answer is. But obviously the point here is that we're talking, we're communicating, and we're practicing speaking with this as the inspiration. Now I'm going to have a go, and I'm going to say this is a student. This guy is a student. I'm going to guess, although I'm not very good with this sort of stuff, I'm going to guess he's early to mid-20s. Early to mid-20s. So maybe 22, 23, 24, something like that. That sort of ballpark area. Yeah, I think so. So he could be a university student who's studying or doing some research. Maybe he's doing like a PhD or something. Could be lots of different things. He could be well, he's not going to be at 24. Well, he could be, I don't know these days. He could be like a professor. Who knows? He could be like he could be one of the admin staff. Maybe he's finished his degree and he's gone back to the university to do some extra study or extra research, or he's just helping out with the admin staff, or he's found some work there. Could be lots of things. But I'm going to say he's a student who's studying at a college or university. And what question word should we do next? So that's who it is. And let's look at what. I guess with what, you could do many questions, but let's start with the most obvious. What's he doing? Well, he's smiling for some reason. He seems really happy. So maybe he's received a good or a happy email or something, received some good news, maybe some good advice, or maybe he's just been accepted into a particular course, or he got his results from something perhaps, or he's just been accepted for a job. Could be a possibility. But or whatever it is, he's particularly happy. He's a happy chappy. And he's working away on his laptop there. It does seem, I don't know, it does seem a little bit suspicious to me. Obviously, this is a posed photo. And I think so because unless this guy, he could be like a really, like a, what we call a clean freak. Let's get that down. He could well be, I think there's a strong possibility. He could well be a clean freak. that's necessarily as a bad connotation, just very particular. So he could be a clean freak because his bag is particularly new looking. It's almost, you know, those bags when if you get it straight from a shop where they've stuffed in the paper or plastic or something to fill out the bag to make it look bigger. It sort of looks like that, and it looks particularly clean. That could just be, you know, editing, but it looks particularly clean. And his shoes, not necessarily the top, because of course you can polish the top of the shoes, but the bottom of his shoes, the soles of his shoes, they do look pretty clean, I would say. They could just be a new pair of shoes as well. That's always a possibility. But what is he doing? He's sitting. It's hard to tell what that place is. It could be like a university or a hall somewhere. Maybe he has like the place where he lives, there's a big lobby area, and he's found a place to sit on the ground to chill out away from the noise and do some study or some work or whatever it may be. Or he, I would like to think, even though it doesn't look too busy, I think this could be a train station. And I think he's on his way to meet some people for an interview. And he's at the train station. He's there early because he wants to make sure he doesn't miss the train. He's there early, and there are not many people at the station because the train is not coming for another 45 minutes. And he's just taking advantage of the time that he has to get some work or some tasks done that he's doing. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? Just a reminder, this is Lesson Jigsaw. We are here for free and live speaking practice. So if you're an English language learner and you would like to practice your conversation skills, we are here for you. So all you need to do is you'll see in the comments, there's a link. Click on that link and you can come on through. And we can chat about whatever you want. I'm just chatting about this picture of this guy because there's no one else around. But if you want to come on through and have a chat, please do that. And if now is not a good time, or our regular show, have a tea with me, which is at 12 o'clock Universal Time, Monday to Friday. If those aren't good times, send us an email, chatonlessonjigsaw@gmail.com, and we can see if we can find a time that's suitable. Okay, so let's get back to this guy. So we've done the who and the what. What about when? Well, I'm going to say, and it depends how you want to approach this, isn't it? I'm going to say, because of the way the sun's coming in, because it does look particularly a nice day, I'm going to say this is mid-morning. I'm going to speculate this is around 11 o'clock in the morning. The sun's beaming in, and the next train is at quarter to 12. It's going to be my guess. The windows are particularly big, aren't they? It's a nice bit of light coming in there. It's interesting. So the bit that he's sitting in, though, is he's sitting in the shade. So there's a shadow from something. Maybe there's a wall or a building or something blocking the sun or the light from the sun coming through. So there's no shadow there. So there is shadow there. So he's sitting in the shade to be able to do his work, whatever he needs to do. And I guess it's a much cooler, and certainly if people were sitting a little bit further up, there'd be too much glare, I would say. There would be too much glare. If he sat a little further up, there would be too much glare for him to work. Absolutely. I think there would be too much glare for him to work. What do you think? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. I think there would be too much glare for him to work. He could have one of those screens where there's no glare. So the glare is like when the sun goes onto the screen, but you can't really see the screen. Maybe you have to like move it around and that sort of thing. It's a similar sort of thing if you are driving and it's been rainy and say the road is wet, and sometimes you can have the sun shining onto some of the roads, and it's really, really bright and it's difficult to see. That's another type of glare. That's why people wear sunglasses, is to try and reduce the impact of the glare. Well, sometimes you'll see athletes and sports people, they wear like a cream sort of thing under their eyes, and that's to stop that glare, from their cheeks or under their eyes affecting them when they're, trying to see or catch or whatever it may be. Okay, so that is the when. I think that's the when and the where. So I think we covered that where with the train station, but it could be lots of different places. And why? Well, I think I did the why as well. Inadvertently, I'm covering all of these questions. So why is because of that interview that he's going to. That's why I think he's there. He's waiting for an interview to catch the train to get to the interview. So maybe he's good, instead of doing like work, it could just be preparation for the interview. So maybe he's doing some research about the company or the university or whatever organization he's having the interview with. That's a possibility. Okay. And what's the last one? How? How's he working? Well, how is he getting from A to B? He's catching the train. How he's working is, I would say, he's working in a very casual way. Perhaps he's a very methodical person, and he's going through a process of looking through different pages or getting particular information. And maybe he's thought about, okay, what questions are they going to ask me in the interview? And how am I going to answer those questions? It could be. That's that particular how. What about how is he? How is he? Pretty happy. He looks pretty darn happy, I would say. A very happy camper, we could say. A very happy camper. How old is he? I think we covered this before. So for that how, I was thinking early 20s. So 20, 22, 23, 24. Early to mid 20s. Yeah. What about another what? What does he look like? I think he's a fairly average height. He's got the beard going on. Got that trendy growth going on. He's got a well-established beard. I think he's dyed his hair. He's got a bit of the blondie, browny hair going on there, but I think he's dyed his hair. I don't think that's his natural hair color. I think that's dyed, and he's certainly styled his hair. And I don't know, I guess just from the look, he seems reasonably healthy, reasonably fit, but it's hard to tell. It's got to be, you can't judge a book by its cover, is the expression we would use there. We can't judge a book by its cover, but he does look pretty healthy and happy. And his, what else? What's he like? About that. What's he like? What is he like? So what is he like? Like his personality. Well, It's hard to judge from one photo, particularly when there's only one person in there. But he looks like a pretty relaxed guy. He looks comfortable. He looks pretty friendly. I'm not really sure if he's outgoing or not, just because he's smiling. You know, you have lots of people who smile. If you're introverted or extroverted, you have lots of people who smile. So it's too hard. It's a difficult one to call. What else? I mentioned before, maybe he's a clean freak because of the cleanliness or the state of his bag and shoes, but it could also be they're new as well. That's the possibility. Or maybe he just looks after stuff. Very conscientious, perhaps. A very conscientious person. Okay, I think that's sort of about it. So today is the 22nd of February. It is a Tuesday in most places of the world still, although some it's changed over. I hope you're having a great day. So just a reminder, this is an English language conversation class. We are basically, I'm just speaking at the moment, but we are basically here for you to practice your speaking. So if you would like to practice speaking, practice your speaking skills, practice your conversation skills, we're trying out different times now to see what works best and what works with different people and that sort of thing. So every day, Monday to Friday at 12 o'clock Universal Time, we have our program, Have a Tea with Me. It's an open program, so anyone can join the conversation and speak. And so you're more than welcome to join that. So it's 12 o'clock Universal Time. And if there is another time that you think is better for you, send me an email, chatonlessonjigsaw@gmail.com. Let me know what time is better for you, and we can see if we can arrange a time. Let us know like the time zone you're in, where you are, what you like to talk about, and that sort of thing. We can see if we can set a time that's useful for both of us to participate and chat. So that's it for the moment. Thank you very much for joining. We hope you have a pleasant rest of the day, whatever you're doing. And we wish you the best of luck with your English speaking development, or your English development in total, not just speaking. Anyway, for today, that's it. We'll catch you next time. Take care. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, all that sort of stuff. We'll see you later.